when it comes to getting an admission for masters, age is not a restrictive one. When I also studied in 2014, I was 24 at the time, and most of my classmates were already 32 who got married.
A lot of students ask me that is German compulsory? I would say to them that if you do that, it would be good for you because it is easy for you to get into a job. It is easy for you to interact with local people. And also when you're looking to join into a company, it would help you because it will help your communications and interactions more better.
The question related to MBA, is it in the scope? Yes. However, the most important thing one should be very aware of is that even though the courses are in English, to get a job, you must be very fluent in German. Do not do any MBA programs in private universities in Germany. When we look into the top English-speaking countries like Australia, US, or UK, if you are able to pay a tuition fees, then you could go to these countries which are easy to learn and also get into the market.
Today on this session, we will be learning about why Germany, popular courses and universities, and financial and scholarship strategies, application and visa process, and how Scoutabroad would support you in all of these. So, why Germany? Germany traditionally has been a hub of innovation for a very long time. You all know that great engineering machines have always come from Europe and especially from Germany. You look at the world-class automobiles, it comes from Germany, Audi, BMW, Mercedes, everything is from Germany, right? And what makes study in Germany more attractive is the mixture of public universities and private universities. When it comes to public universities, there is free or very low tuition fees and high quality education and global recognition because Germany is something where everyone understands that the quality of education is pretty high. And yes, in the last few years, there has been a significant improvement when it comes to English thought programs. There are quite a few English thought programs. I will share you all the details at the end of the slides. And there are excellent job prospects where you can, even while studying in Germany itself, you can go ahead and have or work part-time for up to about 20 hours a week. And during semester breaks, you can also work up to about 40 hours a week. And the beauty about it is you also have 18 months of post-study work visa as well, which would give you enough time to look for the right jobs and get into the job prospects there itself. And moving on, some of the popular courses are in the stream of engineering, STEM education, business, design, health services, and even law as well. Especially when it comes to Germany, there is a lot of students who have done their masters in human rights law, and that's something which is also very famous. And the type of universities, as I mentioned to you, are public universities, universities of applied sciences, and private universities as well. I will share you the details about what kind of universities, what are the eligibility criteria, and so on in the coming slides. And some of the top universities which are there is TUM, the Munich University, and Aachen, the University of Beirut, RWTH. These are some of the popular universities. Public universities are more research oriented and they are somewhere where you can look into the research fields. And US universities are more hands-on oriented and job oriented courses where there will be a lot of opportunities where you can have a hands-on experience. And that is the major difference between public universities and US. And private universities are very famous for non-German programs or English thought programs and also for their lenient admission criteria as well. So we will know more about it in the coming slides. So when it comes to eligibility criteria, most of the public universities are very strict when it comes to the eligibility criteria because the number of students intake will be less and the opportunities also are more, and there is high competitive nature of public universities due to the free tuition fees. Generally, you would have to pay a kind of a semester fee which varies between about 150 euros to about 300 euros, and that is one of the most lowest which you can consider in the whole world. So that's the reason the admission for these universities are very competitive. When it comes to universities for applied sciences, the eligibility criteria would be medium to low. However, when it comes to bachelor programs, there is also a requirement of German language because most of the German or the undergraduate programs is designed for local population as well. The admission process is generally for all the public universities or US will be done through UniAssist, and we can help you through the process. And for the private universities, it would be direct. So moving on, what are the kind of costs and what kind of scholarships are available there? When I was talking to a student, he mentioned that it's very expensive is what I've heard. You need to have a blocked account with a minimum amount of about 11,904, that is per year, a blocked account euros. And this is the latest number as per the official websites. And you can minimize your costs by working part-time, because there are a lot of jobs which you will find where you can work for about 20 hours per week and during the semesters, and up to about 40 hours per week during semester breaks. And a lot of students have also taken longer semester breaks to work around with cost of living and how much they want to take it from their home. I'm sure, not many people would like to spend so much money by taking it from home. So they use semester breaks for earning money during breaks. And that is something where you can also look at. Generally, as I mentioned already, that the tuition fees is very minimal or almost free. So the cost which you would incur is living costs, transportation and food costs, that I think you can manage by working part-time. And also during semester breaks, you can also work up to about 40 hours. Now, as I told you, that there is a lot of criteria when it comes to public universities, universities of applied sciences and private universities. This screen would provide you an entire detail. To give you a brief to these most popular fields, as in any other country, is engineering, STEM fields, and medicine. And also there are a mixture of, when you have done your, MBBS or any other health services in India, you can also go ahead and choose a mix of health science as well as administration also when you're looking at masters. Similarly, with respect to engineering or any other IT fields as well, you can mix your subject core along with the management or the administration side of it as well. So these are the kind of options which will be available for you. We can always help you with selecting the universities and courses when we are helping you with your applications. As I mentioned, there would be a brief semester contribution when it comes to public universities, which is less than about 300 euros per semester. And that also includes transportation pass and so on. In some universities, it would be there, and some universities, it would be different. So it would depend on these. So scholarships are available through that, and there are other university specific scholarships, Erasmus, and there are fund-based scholarships are also available. So we can always help you with the scholarships and give you the right information around that when we are applying for that. But private universities, you would find it mostly self-funded. There wouldn't be any scholarships around. But yes, you can find more of the programs which are more flexible, and you can choose the kind of subjects which you can look at, like say, for example, somebody is looking for design based or art based programs, and these are more available when it comes to private universities, and most of them are also English taught programs. When it comes to public universities, for bachelor's, as I mentioned earlier also, it is mostly German, but there are some programs which will be available, very few though, in English. But for masters, yes, there is a mixture of English and German as well. And apart from that, a lot of people have these questions. A lot of students ask me that, is German language compulsory? I would say to them that you're not just going there to study your courses, right? You'll be also interacting with people. So what's harm in learning a language? So yes, it might take some time, it might put some efforts, but if you do that, it would be good for you because the benefits are more. It is easy for you to get into a job, part-time job. It is easy for you to interact with local people. And also when you're looking to join into a corporate or in a company, it would help you because it would help your communications and interactions more better. So yes, I would say, is German compulsory? I wouldn't say yes to that, but it is good if you learn German. Okay. So that's about all these things. And the beauty, as I mentioned earlier also, is you have a post-study work visa for up to about 18 months. The public universities, who is it best for? Academically strong, research focused, and somebody who wants to perhaps do a thesis or a PhD further, who are looking to go in depth in a particular subject, then public universities would be better. And for US, it is more on career focus, the latest skills, the industry trends, practical oriented, and that is where University of Applied Sciences would come into picture. And for private universities, again, it's somewhere where most English taught programs and who are not able to perhaps crack the eligibility criteria for public or the US universities, for them, private universities are the options which you can look at. So, how does Scout Abroad support you? So, we help you with your profile, shortlisting of courses. Our application has the entire list of all the colleges which you can select. We will help you prepare your applications, documents for that, SOP, LOR, and we will also be helping you with understanding what kind of financial liabilities you have. And we will also be providing you the latest updates on scholarships and support you with what kind of documentation would be required for that. So, we will support you end to end with all these things, and we will help you with your visa as well. And furthermore, we will provide you pre departure support by providing you information as to what are the things, do's and don'ts when you come to Germany. So, we also do provide language support. That is, in case if you're looking to certify in English language skills and also in German skills, we do provide that facility as well. And you can see all these things through our transparent process using our app, which is there. These are the ways how Scout Abroad can support you.
The question related to MBA, is it in the scope? Yes, Germany offers a similar programs, similar to technological programs like IT or automotive sector. MBA is also falls under the public universities. They have a low tuition fees as similar to what other programs have. They do also offer programs in English. However, the most important thing one should be very aware of is that even though the courses are in English, to get a job, you must be very fluent in German. Unlike in India, here most of the jobs in MBA graduates requires fluent Germany. Only few MNC companies offer these jobs in English. People come to study MBA and then they complain that there are no jobs in MBA in Germany. It's not there are no jobs, there are jobs, but they are not prepared for the job market. And end of the program, you'll be having a degree, but that won't be sufficient. If you take IT sector, it's usually with English, many people get jobs. Even me, when I also completed my program, I was able to get English jobs very easily. But when it comes to automobile sector, when it comes to this management related courses, you definitely have to be in top notch. It's not that easy. I would say you have to compete with the Germans. So yeah, you have to have a well planning for that. So in that aspect, MBA programs are good. Also, you get a very low or no tuition fees. What I wouldn't suggest or what I wouldn't do is do not do any MBA programs in private universities in Germany. It's not that worth it.
Would you be able to explain as to why it would not be?
So when it comes to the cost, you see, when we look into the top English-speaking countries like Australia, US,
Mhm.
or UK, these are English-speaking countries. If you are able to pay a tuition fees, then you could go to these countries which are easy to learn and also get into the market. You are straight away able to compete with the English language. But when you're spending so much of money in Germany for private universities and later, you're not yet ready to the market, the ROI is basically something I would always think about it. As a student, you are coming for abroad is an investment of time and money. So you should always think how much I'm going to get back if I'm investing, let's say 30 lakhs, for example, for my MBA program. I would always say that you could choose a better other countries, English speaking countries.
And also, I have heard from a few other students who are looking to pursue their masters in medical. So, what's your suggestions for them?
This is also getting very lucrative these days. It was in the past, not many people were coming to Germany. It's mainly because of the language constraint. If you're coming for some course related to medical informatics, for example, or anything related to business hospitality management. For these programs, you have English, there is no problem. But if you want to compare MBBS, similar here, the journey is totally different. It's also a tedious process. It's not something is straightforward as to other master's programs like MBA or Masters of Science. So I completed my BTech in 2006 and I have been in IT sector since then. I am a senior project manager at present. Hence wanted to do MBA. Does that mean that I should try to do masters in another AI data science or if Germany is my target, but will a senior resource will be able to fit in? So when it comes to seniority, so senior, of course, with your experience, I assume you started as someone as a developer and you were able to be into a project manager at present. So what I would ask myself is, what is the reason behind like why you want to do MBA? And then you are also mentioned about you should I try masters in AI data science in another area. So it's also about your passion. So yes, of course, you are currently in a different role in India as a senior project manager. But when it comes to getting an admission for masters in MBA or masters in AI data science, age is not a restrictive one. When I also studied in 2014, I had most of my classmates from India. I was 24 at the time, and most of them with my classmates were already 32 who got married with they have kids, and there are some people who are already senior engineers and they also studied with me. So what it means is to get an admission is, of course, age is not a problem, but which area to pick, this is something we need an one-to-one consultation, because this is something I can't give you is directly one answer. Hey, yes, you can go for AI, you can go for data science. No, you can go for MBA. No, this is something what we should do. What my knowledge will give you is to tell you the facts, what is happening in Germany. But on the other side, I should know you as well.